What's going on, guys? Long time no see. I've got a special treat for you guys. Back to the recipe videos, back to shooting YouTube videos. So today we're going to do a buffalo chicken quesadilla. We're going to shred it up. Let's get into it, guys. Alright, so this is what you're going to be using for the recipe. It's pretty short and sweet, which is awesome. So I've got chicken here. Obviously this one's frozen. I already cut some into the pan, but I'll show you guys how to do it. Then I've got some seasoning. You can use whatever seasoning you like. Cavander's goes really good because it's kind of light. It's a Greek seasoning, so if you've got Greek seasoning, I'd recommend trying it. Light sour cream. Obviously go with the lesser of the evils if you could. I like to use the Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo wing sauce. I tried Frank's and it was just kind of overpowering. It had a really strong celery taste. Might be because of the seasoning I was using, but I like this combination. It works really well. Then I've got the carb balanced tortillas here and shredded cheddar cheese. So, alright guys, so the first thing you guys need to do as far as cooking the chicken goes is we're going to cut them into strips, as you can see here. Nice thin strips. I'm not going to bore you guys with showing you how to cook it, but I spray it down with some oil and then I cut them into strips. Don't do them into nuggets because if you do that, you're not going to be able to shred it. It's going to take a ridiculously long time. Learn from my mistakes. Another thing that I do is while I'm cutting it into this, I heat the pan up all the way low. So I turn it all the way low, spray it down, and then I start cutting the chicken. So that order, turn it on low, spray, cut it up. Easy as that, guys. After that, I'm gonna transfer all the cooked chicken and I'm gonna put it into the bowl. All right, what you're gonna do, guys, is add a generous coating of whatever seasoning that you are using. Just make sure it's seasoned really well. You can use whatever you want. You can use salt-free if you'd like. Like I said, the flavor of this is awesome. And for the amount of chicken that I'm using, I'm not really adding too crazy much, you know, that crazy amount that you think I was. So this is the next thing I like to do. So you can see that the chicken is kind of turning white already on the bottom. You just preheat the pan, and then obviously it was sitting there for a while. It didn't really cook that much. Now we're just mixing everything up to make sure everything's seasoned well. Doesn't matter if it's not like crazy amount of seasoning. You just want it to get, you know, a good little amount. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. It looks like all of it didn't get coated completely, especially on the sides here. And then I'm going to toss it one more time, and then it's going to have the lid put on, and then that'll be it, guys. We'll just cook them all the way through. So this will take a while, usually about 15 minutes. It's never really taken longer than that, actually. So yeah, that looks about right. So that's what you're looking for, is pieces like that. You know, they got a nice little coating, but they're not dripping or over salted. Put it on about 4, like high 4. Which is like in the middle, so you want to put it on a medium heat and then just let it sit like that, and then we'll be watching it and it'll just steam up, and that's it, guys. So once this is done, I'm going to transfer it over to the bowl, and then we're going to do the shredding. Alright guys, so as you can see, I let this cool off for like 10-15 minutes, and it's pretty flaky. So that's the benefit of cooking it, kind of steaming it, is it's very flaky. But it's very, you can see it's really wet still. So that's really nice to have it like that. Now I'm just gonna keep shredding this, and I'm using 2 forks, as you can see. So I'm not doing anything kind of crazy or anything like that. I don't have those crazy claws, which are awesome because I love Wolverine. But I've just got plain old forks, and I'm gonna do this until it's all shredded, and I'll show you guys the finished product and how I'm gonna make the filling for the quesadillas with the chicken. Alright, so as you can tell, I shredded the chicken, it's all done. Next thing you're going to do is add your 2 ingredients. So it's already seasoned. Now we're just going to add the sour cream. So I add a good amount. You don't want to add like too crazy much because you can't take it out. But you can add it. So that's probably like 4 or 5 tablespoons, maybe 6. So that's probably about the right amount. And then gonna add your buffalo sauce. So the reason why you're gonna do this is just to make it makes it thicker when you add the sour cream. A lot of people do, for a lot of recipes, they do something like with cream cheese, and obviously that's a way worse option than this is. So I like the sour cream thing. A little bit more buffalo. Like that. So I think that's going to be it. You can add more or less depending on how spicy you like it. I find that if you have a good strong like red color like we got right here, then you're definitely gonna taste the buffalo. But if you like mild wings, like my wife likes mild wings, but she loves this. The sour cream really kills that spice. So I add a good amount because I like it at least medium. I'm really into hot stuff, but medium will work if you're trying to reach that happy medium. Alright, so we tasted it, and it did need a little bit more sour cream. It just wasn't, you could taste that it wasn't creamy enough. It had a good amount of spice. If it's a little over the medium spice that you're looking for, but not like a crazy amount over, it'll be fine. My wife thought it was a little hot, but she usually doesn't taste it in this kind of form. She kind of just tastes it in the quesadillas themselves. Okay, so now I'm over at the stove. Obviously, this has been preheating. I've got it on medium, so if yours has numbers, I did a 4. And like I said before, you want to have this nicely coated with the oil. Let it heat up a little bit, and then you're going to throw the tortilla in. So all you need is a spatula. Alright, so we let this cook a little bit. You just want to get it nice and warm, and the reason why I do that is so the first surface that you put the cheese on makes it easier for the melt. Especially when you're doing cheddar like this, you're going to have a much more success, or a bigger success rather, doing the cheddar, because the cheddar has a hard time melting. So it's because the cheddar doesn't really melt very good, even if you shred it. So I'm going to say that's pretty good. And then I'm going to put the chicken right on top of that. I don't do anything crazy else. It's just it's cheese, chicken, cheese. Then put the lid on. So I do the chicken all the way to the outer sides. You can add more or less. It's up to you. But I like huge quesadillas. I don't really care if it falls out. The cheese pretty much holds the chicken in place though. Kind of adds like a little barrier to the sides. If you've ever made a quesadilla, you already know that obviously. And that's pretty much it. Just kind of flatten it out because you don't want it like overbearingly tall. But just right out to the edge there. Then I'm going to add another cheese. I'm going to add the reduced fat cheese. There we go. So I'm going to be a little bit more generous with this cheese here. Alright, so there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Really good amount of cheese here. This isn't a healthy every single day kind of thing, but I mean we're just cooking it to where it's better for you than it would be if you didn't do anything reduced. Lid that, flatten her out. Like I said, it's going to squeeze out the sides. It usually does whenever I do it. Now, pro tip, spray a little bit of this stuff on top of your last tortilla. And then, you're just going to get in there and, sticking a little bit. Bam! So you could probably do it a little bit less messy than I did, or use a bigger pan. And then that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put the lid on this to let the cheese melt all the way. If you didn't know, the less the fat that's in the cheese, the harder it is to melt. Alright guys, so it's all done. I did both of them. The other one just fell apart kinda, so I thought it was gonna look better than this one. This one looks pretty good though. Nice little cross section. Okay, so I'm gonna try and put this on the gram. If you haven't checked that out already, it's King's Legacy _562. Check it out. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. It helps us so much more than you guys even know. When you like the video, helps us reach more people. We're almost at 100. I know I lost a few subscribers because I took a much needed hiatus off of YouTube. There's been a lot going on at home, so I appreciate the subscribers that have stayed subscribers. Anyways, guys, like always, it's been a King's Legacy production. Have a good day.